Podcast. I'm Ellen Gormley. It is kind of dark outside because it is raining, and rain is exactly what we need. So I am thrilled. Today is a good day to have rain. Okay, so I'm so confused. Okay, so I had told you that I was going to come on a few minutes before 10, but I got my days confused. I thought I had a client at 9, but I actually have a client at 10. I see right now. So some of you are like, wait a minute. You're not supposed to be on here yet until 10 o'clock. So I guess I'm just going to either have to stay for an hour or I'm going to have to come back. So one of the two. So let's see. I do have some gaps in my schedule later, so it looks like I can sit and crochet with you for a while. So I might as well. So good morning. I am happy today. So I share with you when I am grumpy and when I am scared and when I am just worried about life. So it's only fair that I share with you when I am happy. And I am happy today. I put on a happy shirt. I took a shower and did my hair. I didn't do my makeup. I'm not quite that happy. Didn't feel like doing that. So, and why am I happy? I am happy because some prayers have come true. Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Bonnie. So I am happy because yesterday was a really good day. Um, I don't like to think of myself as codependent or a helicopter mom. However, the basic truth is when my kids are happy, I am happy. And when my kids are sad, I am more sad. Like I try to be happy in my life anyway, but I am affected by my kids. Good morning, Bonnie. So yesterday, Mara got a job offer. Yes, yes, thank you, Jesus. After several months of looking for any job, because the job market out there is really rough right now. And so she was under a lot of pressure. She got a job offer. Like, let's pray that it all works out and that it's at least good temporarily until she find what she really wants. But this one seems like a really great fit for now, to give her great experience, to put something on her resume. So I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. So congratulations to her, and thank you, Jesus, for helping all of that line up. Um, and then, so that's good. And then she has a new friend in her apartment complex area that she met over the summer at the swimming pool. So she and her friend Sydney now have been hanging out, and so friendships are hard during these early 20s and late teens years. So she has a new friend, and they seem to be getting along great. And it was the friend's birthday, and they went to a play last night, and they saw a rainbow, and everything is literally rainbows right now. So let's hold on to this happy feeling while we can, right? Let's enjoy it, hold on to it, cherish it, nurture it, like we do negative feelings, because often with negative feelings we hold on to those really tight too. um so let's hold on tight to happiness and let that grow. She is it's a long story. I'll try to explain it. I don't know that I can explain it. She's an East Asian languages and culture major. So what that means is she's versed in all things Asian culture. Hi, Joy, especially the East Asian, like Korea, Japan, um, over there. And she is very politically aware around the globe. She took a lot of politics class, international politics classes, and she's very, very good at reading and writing. So she speaks Korean, she speaks French, she took a couple years of Japanese, so she's got a good handle of Japanese, and as a result, she's got a little bit of proficiency with Chinese because of some of the cross training and learning and the politics that she learned anyway. So I don't know that she knows exactly what she wants to do, except I know she would love to live in Korea. She's been there twice. And so part of her mission or part of her plan was to go live in Korea and teach English to Korean people or children. Um, so right now, the job that she's getting is teaching language arts to third through sixth graders here in the United States. So because of she has the command of other languages, it sharpened her command of the English language. So, and she loves children and she's a natural teacher. She used to coach volleyball. Well, I was the adult. She was 16 or 17. So I was the adult coach in charge, but she coached the team. I just did the paperwork and was there for safety reasons. But she coached boys volleyball for 3 or 4 years. Um, when she was 16, 15, 16, 17, something like that. And she just loves kids and loves to teach. So um, she, so I don't know what you would say her field is. Her field is international politics. Her field is Asian languages. Her field is teaching. Her field is human rights. You learned more English grammar studying French than in an English class. Exactly, exactly right. And because she's taught or she's been in French, Japanese, and Korean language classes, like she's seen many different teachers teach in different styles. And so um, I think that's an asset. Anyway, so I don't know exactly where she'll go with this. I think a few years ago she was interested in doing some helping of the North Korean people in the human rights and helping with that to get that situation more humanely resolved. But I don't know if that's going to be possible or part of her mission anymore. So I think more the teaching route would be really good for her. I think she'd be really amazing, like live in tutor nanny type person for a family in Korea because yeah, she will have an interesting future for sure because she also plays the piano and like she could teach the children like piano and French and English and all of that stuff. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, she got a job. So thank you, Jesus, for that. I'm forever grateful. And let's hope that it's what she needs. Good morning, Linda. Thumbs up. Thank you so much. So I realized after I started on here that I got my days confused. And as I was getting ready this morning, I was thinking I had a 9 o'clock client, but I don't. I have a 10 o'clock client. And I had told you all I'd be here before 10. And now it's only before 9. So nobody's expecting me this early. I'm never early. Like that just shows that I'm happy. So anyway, ironically, within 3 minutes of and I should get out. I'm gonna get out my yarn and work while we talk. So I'm working on the ooh, don't snag my work. Okay. I am working on the blanket. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I'm still playing with it. Okay. And ironically, within minutes of getting the call from her that she got the job, um, you pray every day for the unemployed and the underemployed. Oh, Linda, that's amazing. That is, I totally agree. Like we really need people really need quality work that they feel good about and pays the bills. So like if people just had decent I mean, most, the unemployment rate I think is okay, but like it was really hard for her to find this job. So hopefully it'll be a good one for her for a while. Um, but the job market is rough, absolutely rough. What was I saying? I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, within minutes of getting the call from Mara that she got this job offer, which makes me so pleased. Literally within minutes, I got all the flood of messages from friends and family saying, there was a train derailment nearby our house, and there's a evacuation bubble. Yeah, yeah, really? I'm really. So there's an evacuation bubble, and we are just barely slightly outside of the evacuation bubble. So we are in the um, shelter in place bubble. So there was a train derailment with a leak of a chemical. And so, unfortunately, within the bubble is the main grocery store of our area, the K through 12 campus for the local school, which houses, I don't even know how many, but like literally kindergarten through 12th grade is all on that campus, and in different buildings. And so like that is closed down, the library is closed down, the police department is in that area, um, the senior center's in that area, the our car repair place is in that area. Like it's like this village center, if you will. And so for a half-mile radius around that derailment um, is an evacuation order. So all of those businesses are closed, and all the people who live in that area have had to go elsewhere. Luckily, luckily for us, we are just outside of the evacuation area. We are in the shelter in place area. I don't go anywhere anyway. So I'm here. The windows are closed. I've only gone outside to take care of the dog, and then come right back in. Um, so I don't smell anything while I'm out there. Hopefully, for us, the wind is blowing away from people. It luckily also it's been raining, so apparently like off and on all day yesterday and today, which it has not rained in weeks, and suddenly it's raining, so that's keeping the cloud of that chemical gas down. The fire department's on it, they're taking care of it, so I'm really not worried. And most importantly, there has been 0 injuries reported so far. So yes, it's a major inconvenience for people. I do feel for the people who are not getting paid, can't work, their business is suffering. They've had to leave their home, like all of that. I get that. Like I'm not making light of that at all, but I'm so grateful that no one has been reported any injuries, and hopefully there's no one actually injured. That being said, it's kind of a crocheter's dream come true. Oh darn, I have to shelter in place. I can crochet. I was envious of my Halloween box. Oh, you did? Oh, good for you. Now, that was not a promotion. That was not a sales pitch. Okay. Um, so it's kind of a crocheter's dream come true. It's like, it's kind of been a joke for years that crocheters, like, kind of secretly hope that they sprain their ankle, because then they have to sit and rest, but they can crochet the whole time. But of course, no one wants to be injured, and a sprained ankle is very painful. So I think this is even better. This is better than a sprained ankle. Oh, darn, we have to shelter in place. What am I going to do? I'm going to crochet endlessly on my stash of yarn. I have plenty of yarn to keep me through. Now, it's only funny because no one is injured. And it's still not really funny because I do worry about the environment, and I do worry about the Ohio River. So please take that in the spirit in which it's intended, of trying to kind of look on the bright side of life. But hopefully that'll be contained, and they will lift the evacuation order, and they will lift the shelter in place order today. And this is why we stash yarn. Marie, absolutely. Yes, this is why we stash yarn and why we do stash projects, because why not? So yeah, you got a holiday order too, even though you can't crochet much right now. Oh, okay. So this morning, it went live. I ended up doing the video last night, as you probably could tell by the same outfit and the same hair, but I ended up doing the reveal of the Crochet Society Halloween box that Mara gave me for my birthday, which is coming up within the next 10 days or so. Let's just say that. Um, it's not a significant birthday. But anyway, she gave me the box, and she gave me the box early because she was here and wanted me to open it. And so that reveal and spoiler is live this morning. So, and if you watch all the way to the end, I don't know if you all have noticed, but at the very end of my videos, I started putting clips of the pets, because I know many of you really love the pets, but you don't want to be bothered with the pets if you don't want to be bothered with the pets. So I put a little video. Often on my videos, I put a little bit, lockdown a few years ago, it was fine. Your poor sister was going crazy. Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm sorry that she felt that scared, and that her health was adversely affected for sure. Um, Goodness. So I, with respect, I'll move back. So the pets at the end of the video, just because it's light and it's funny, and some of you really like to see the pets. So at the end of the videos lately, I have been trying to either put a photo of the pets or a little video clip of the pets at the end of the crochet video. So if you feel like watching all the way through, probably the last, I don't know, couple months videos all have like a little, you love the pets. Thank you, Linda, that I put them at the end in case you're interested. Some people don't love the pets, which is fine. That's why I put them at the end, so that you can skip that part if you wish. You love the Crochet Society boxes when you subscribed. So they're new to me. I had never heard of them until the Advent Calendar box last year. And as you know, I did the reveal of that box. That also was a gift from Mara last year. And I got to figure out what to do with the Advent Calendar box this year. Like, what am I going to put treats in it? It's a 25 boxes, 20, for the 25 days leading up to Christmas. And so traditionally you put like a little toy or a gift or something in each box. And the box is made so that it can be reused. So I'll have to think of like things to put in my box so that I can enjoy the Advent Calendar box itself again this year. But last year the patterns were cute, but I just wasn't into it. So I took all the yarn. You're thinking of getting the Advent Calendar box again this year? Okay. I have not seen any spoilers, or I have not seen it go on sale. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know it's expensive. I know it's really expensive, but I was really happy with, I enjoyed the yarn. The yarn is very nice. I don't know that the hooks are a little on the small side for me. I prefer a slightly bigger hook, but they're certainly pretty. I love all the trinkets. But the yarns, most of the yarns from the Advent Calendar of 2023, I went ahead and made into the trifle blanket that that I put up the videos and I linked to in this morning's video so that you could see that. So I don't know what I'm going to do about this Halloween box. So there's like some amigurumis involved in the patterning for this box. So I could do those, but as a designer, I really, I wouldn't say it's a waste of time, but I feel like doing other people's patterns feels more like a waste of precious time when I should be coming up with my own thing, because that's what I do. And so, like, while the amigurumis are cute, I still have a lot of woobles to make, and I love those. And certainly those, I don't know, it shouldn't be made into other things, but this yarn is such a beautiful set of raw material that it makes me want to come up with my own pattern for this set of yarn also. So I got to think about it. You have an Advent one from years ago sitting in your spare bedroom. Did they still make the drawers reversible? Yes, last year's box, the drawers were reversible. So the drawers all had numbers on them for the Advent part. And then if you pull the drawer all the way out and turn it around and put it in the other way, you went on the website to see the patterns. There was also some home decor items. Yes, exactly. The back side of the box has a different face, so that when you turn all of the boxes, the drawers, the other way, then it makes a big saying. But even authors read other people's work. Sometimes it helps refine ideas. That is absolutely true. And I have learned a lot of tips from other people, especially Doris Chan and Robin Chichula, when I have followed their patterns over the years. I've learned some tricks from them that made me see things differently in terms of construction. So, absolutely, I value it. Um, I don't know. I love amigurumi, but I don't love it that much that I that I want to spend my time doing it when I have crochet time. Like I have, and that's why I am always so honored when people make things that I design. Yeah, it's a fine line for sure. So that's why I'm always so grateful and honored when people choose to make my patterns, because leisure time, craft money is limited. And so if someone wants to make something of mine, it is a huge compliment of both sharing their time and sharing their leisure money on something that I designed. You have lots of woobles waiting for you. Yeah, me too. Me too. Um, so, and I don't feel as naturally gifted at amigurumi as I do blankets. So I don't know, blankets are easier. Um, so anyway, I am very honored when people choose to do my patterns, because time is precious. Your time is precious. Thank you for being here with me this morning. This time is precious, and your and money, your leisure time money is precious. So when you choose to spend it on one of my patterns, or books, or whatever, I'm so grateful. Um, we have to be discerning about our limited resources. So our time and our money, we have to be discerning about. So when I get these, when I see these patterns, I have to be really discerning about, like, do I love it that much that I want to spend my time on it? Or if I have limited time, would I would I rather spend it on creating something new? And so it's a toss up sometimes. Um, and that's why I love, especially Robin's and Doris's design so much, is because in addition to making a gorgeous work from their projects or their patterns, I also learn things, which is awesome, because Robin has such a brilliant mind. She's also a trained structural engineer. And so her mind sees things in three dimensions differently than mine does. And so I really love stepping in her footsteps and following one of her patterns and kind of seeing how her brain works from that way. And then also, it's ironic that you have lots of time for crochet now that it's become difficult. I know, Bonnie, I'm sure that is a different kind of pain for sure. To have all this free time and then not be able to do what you want to do. So Daisy May likes when you spend crochet time on the chair. She likes to help. Yeah, Theo got a hold of my yarn yesterday, and he had it wrapped around the banister and down all from up here on the second floor down to the first floor, down the stairs, around the hallway, into the bedroom, into the bathroom. He had taken it a great deal. Um, he's funny. So I have to be really careful to close this door in this room, because this is usually where my yarn stays loose. Otherwise, I try to contain it in bags wherever I am. Um, anyway, so if he knows I'm crocheting, he will bat at and grab my yarn and play with the balls of yarn that I'm not using. Anyway, so I'll have to decide. But I did really enjoy the Crochet Society yarns. And this box, the Halloween box, the well, how do I say it? Okay, so the advent calendar box last year included all of the colors in the trifle blanket, which I pulled from that collection, and they're kind of brights and pastels, very pretty. But then, in addition to those, in the advent calendar box was a bright cherry red, a bright, like, excuse me, green. Oh, she sleeps on the yarn. Bright green, a couple of whites, traditional Christmas colors. And I didn't feel like they went with the trifle blanket. It was almost like there were two color schemes in the same box. So I used one color scheme to make the blanket. The other color scheme, the Christmas color scheme, those colors have sat aside for now. And I will see if I can incorporate them into the Halloween blanket or the Halloween plan. I guess in my back of my mind I'm thinking blanket like the trifle blanket because I enjoyed that so much. But this Halloween box included, yeah, he was having a good cat day too. He's happy. Um, so the Halloween box included bright Halloween, traditional Halloween colors. So black, orange, green, purple, kind of like acid green, or I don't know what you would call it. I'm blanking on the word that I want for that bright, not quite neon green, but very bright. There's a word for it. I can't remember. Maybe you can use them in the split tree skirt. Oh, hmm. Those leftover ones from the advent calendar. Yes, the red, the green, the white. Although I did buy yarn for the split Christmas tree skirt that's still sitting here waiting for me. Um, Among other things, I've got lots of lists here of things I want to do. So I'm going to try to see, like, when I put all of the yarns together, the Halloween yarn box yarn and the leftover advent calendar box yarn, to see if there's any configuration of those colors that speak to me and tell me what they want to be. Now, I know for the trifle blanket, especially, like, it's going to be hard to find that exact yarn. I don't know who even sells that exact yarn except for the Crochet Society, which is in the UK. I'm sure they're sourcing that yarn from Daramore's or Peter Pan or Thomas Brett or one of those other UK companies, but I don't know which one. So when I wrote the pattern, which is going to be in the book, which is in the book, not going to be, it is in the book. I just wrote the colors down because likely if you choose to make the trifle blanket, you will have to switch yarns to a locally sourced yarn to wherever you are, like a DK acrylic yarn to wherever you are. So there might be some yarn substitution there, but I think the pattern is simple enough and the idea is simple enough that you can choose your own colors. Those Halloween colors entice you even though you don't usually use them. Yeah, absolutely. So, who knows? Maybe I should make a Halloween blanket out of them. So, I don't know. Really cute. So, we'll see. We'll see what speaks to me, but that's kind of on the back burner, I admit. There's other things that need to be on the front burner first. So, anyway, okay, so just crocheting away here. I guess I should at least check my messages on my computer. Okay, oh, I split the yarn. Go back, go back. I don't like it when the yarn gets loose. Okay. Anyway, so I need to make a new video for you for next Wednesday. Need to think about that. The little video that's the 5 Tunisian crochet stitches like all together side by side, that video has done really well. So I'm really pretty shocked about that. So maybe I should do something similar to that because that really seemed to speak to people and give them a lot of information all at once. So I must have hit a sweet spot of like what people want to watch. So that is really good. I'm grateful that people found that useful. Also, the video about like the different color techniques intarsia versus fair isle versus tapestry. That video consistently does really well. So that must have taught people some things that they needed to know or wanted to know. And of course, how to start a wooble when you've already messed up. That one is continually in my top 5 videos, because apparently um, often people who pick up the woobles, crochet is brand new to them. Like they don't even know how to hold the hook, which is fine. But then I think the videos that the woobles put out, like, it is meant for beginners, but I don't know that it's meant for extreme beginners. So, and certainly one of the skills that you need is like what happens if you make a mistake. And so I started that little video. You think Sarah Jane may have used a lot of Style Craft DK early on, so maybe the current choices are, and I missed the last word because it faded out before I could read that fast. Is Sarah Jane the owner of Crochet Society? I'm actually not even really in the loop about crochet business much anymore since leaving Crochet Magazine in 2017. I cannot believe it's been 7 years since then, since I've been kind of officially out of the formal crochet industry, and been more on my own, looking at my messages here, make sure that I'm not missing something, important that I need for my day. So yeah, I'm kind of out of the loop. I mean, I see designers on things and I'm like, I have no idea who they are. I've never heard of them. I'm like, that's how far out of the loop I am. So many of today's people who are making money with crochet are making money by sourcing patterns and doing kind of like pattern lists on blogs and stuff, which they're not necessarily designing, they're more curating lists of like where to go find the top 10 Halloween patterns or whatever, which certainly has its purpose, but they're not designing. Oh, she's branded as Bella Coco. Okay. 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 I'm laughing because she's who took my place on Knit and Crochet Now. Okay. Okay. It all comes full circle. I do know who that is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So when Candy Jensen sold the TV show Knit and Crochet Now to Annie's, and I had just separated from Annie's, who owns Crochet Magazine, because they wanted to cut my salary by 25% because they needed to cut corners. And I said, I can't afford that. I'm going to have to find a different job. So Annie's hired her to replace me on Knit and Crochet Now. And that's why I'm laughing. So it is such a small world. It is such a small world. So, okay, I do know who she is. So the Crochet Society, I didn't realize was part of her brand. I wish her all of the success in the world, and I don't mind at all that my money is going toward her revenue with my Crochet Society boxes. Um, and it's fine. I want all of us. I want all of us to thrive. I said this years ago and I'll say it again. I hope every single crochet book that comes out tops the one before it in terms of sales and revenue. I hope that every new program or plan that comes out just raises the bar and brings the whole community up and kind of makes the whole crochet industry happier and more profitable and more inspiring and brings more customers and enriches people's lives even more. Like I want us all to have um unprecedented success with every endeavor. that it's good for all of us. So that cracks me up. So yes, very, very much hope that that she thrives um, financially and crochet design wise. Absolutely. Okay, so that's funny though because it is a small world. I didn't know who that was. Okay. Um, all right. Looks like there's nothing too terrible waiting for me in terms of my work. You need to rewatch the video of the Christmas yarn unboxing. There was a giant cake that might be perfect for a tree skirt. Okay, okay, yeah, absolutely. So I did link that. I did link that Christmas advent calendar unboxing. And sorry, I'm jostling this, just making sure that my work is not needing me. Okay, I'll have to deal with that later. Okay, so sorry about that. Just gotta, since I have this bonus time, I really need to just make sure that I'm not missing something um, urgent. Oh my gosh, I've not laughed like that in a while. Okay, so, okay, yes, you want to watch the advent calendar unboxing again. I did put that link at the end, on the end cards. And I think I put it at the little card at the top of the video. That is, I'm pretty sure is the advent calendar unboxing link in the first couple minutes of this morning's video. And so you can click on that and that will take you there. And then, did I put it at the end too? I may have put it at the end also. Okay. So I'm getting distracted because I'm suddenly starving and I want to go get a milkshake real quick. I still have time though before my 10 o'clock client. Can you all hang in there for like 30 seconds while I go get my milkshake? And when we can keep talking so my stomach doesn't growl on camera. And that, or, and if you leave, like I understand, but talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting. I got to put something in my stomach so that my stomach doesn't growl so you don't hear it on camera. I wonder if we'll get mail delivery today. I kind of hope not. I mean, our mail delivery people, you know, ride in those little trucks with the doors open. And so they really shouldn't be riding around with open air like that if we're in a shelter in place. So hopefully we do not get mail today. Like it'll be okay one day not to get mail. I'd rather have them not jeopardize themselves in any way. Although hopefully they're just being overcautious and it's not that big of a deal, but better safe than sorry for sure. Let's see. So yeah. So I don't know. So after this yellow, I'll do 2 rows of the gray. I don't know. I guess I could do a video on the different ways to make scrap blankets more successful. Now, it's interesting though with this Tunisian, it is like leaning to the right a little bit, so I'll have to probably block it straight. And I think that's just a mechanism of gravity pulling toward the heavy side of the hook. So anyway, I hope we don't get mail delivery today. I'm not going to order groceries. I'm not going to order pizza. Like, I don't want the delivery people out there running around right now. So if we are sheltering in place, we need to be respectful of other people and not force them to go out in this. I feel bad for the first responders, of course, and the police officers who don't get a chance to shelter in place. They have to still do their job. So hopefully, this is not that bad, and hopefully the rain helped deter or prevent the worst of it. Let's see. So what else is on my crochet to-do list? Oh, the split Christmas tree skirt I think has to be kind of next. I think that one has to be next. Okay, I can take this note down. I can take this note down. Okay, the Franken blanket would be good. I don't know if I need that note still. Okay, lists. Okay. Okay, I think those are all the notes I can take down. So yeah, I think the split Christmas tree skirt needs to be next. And so I will endeavor to work on that as soon as the book is done, which I'm making better progress on now. I see a hurricane is coming down to Florida again. That's annoying for you all. I hope that ends up not being a big deal and you can be safe and have that just like literally blow over and dissipate. I drink these for breakfast every day. Just enough to make my stomach not growl, and I don't have to prepare anything. I don't have to get up earlier. You would think with chickens that I would eat eggs every day, which I should do more often, but we often eat eggs for lunch or dinner. So that's pretty common. So the pets have all been fine. I don't know where. I guess Tom must be still home because Hobie must be with him, because whenever Tom is home, Hobie is with him. Government employers being less than flexible with unusual situations. Yeah. So maybe the mail is still going to be delivered, but I hope it's not. But anyway, the pets are fine. Hobie is he was fine. He slept through the whole, you know, disruption of yesterday. Theo is happily oblivious. I've not been out to check on the chickens because they're too far away from the house, and that's Tom's responsibility usually anyway. So I did not go out and check on the chickens, although I'm sure he did. Um, but I don't know if they were acting oddly or not. Chickens are not very bright. At least my chickens are not very intuitive or astute. So I do not anticipate that they would be acting oddly if there is some kind of. I mean, they will like squawk and freak out if there's like a fox in the yard. But I don't know that they would be aware if there's a chemical spill, you know, a mile and a half away. I don't know. Although Hobie was strangely affected by the what you call it, the solar eclipse back in the spring. He got really weird that day during that event, which was very unlike him. So that was really odd. He almost like went into a trance or became a hypnotized or something, like he wasn't responding. Excuse me. He wasn't responding to like um commands or anything. It was like he totally like couldn't hear us, or he totally went into it like a trance. He was like walking away and not responding. It was very odd. So, but luckily, we had an eye on him and got him back safely, and saw him reacting weird, but that was very odd. So I don't know, maybe he's more intuitive than I thought, at least about natural things. So after this yellow, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might do the purple and yellow. I mean, this is not really exactly a yellow. It's kind of a light orangey yellow. It's almost peach in some ways. So maybe it'll be a good time to do the purple. Maybe this will end up being a Halloween blanket after all. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should go back to repeating colors if I find more of it. I don't think I have a whole lot more of this orangey color, but I'm not sure. I don't love this color, but it does make sense with this blanket, so I'm okay with it. So today is Wednesday, the middle of the week. So getting there, if we're talking about getting through the week. 67 degrees right now, so it's a little bit cooler here today than it has been. So that's a blessing. And the fact that we have rain, I don't think it's raining at the moment, but it has been raining off and on for the last 24 hours or so, which is really good, I think, for this whole train derailment and spill thing to keep the vapor cloud down. I was thinking, back on the crochet topic, and I had shown you the puzzle. I guess I don't have it within reach. I was thinking about filming, recording, watching me put together the puzzle because it would be so boring that maybe that would be a really good sleep video for all of you who need something really boring to fall asleep. I could do a little ASMR, like, boring video of just putting together the puzzle. It would have to be a series because I'm not going to be able to do it all at once, and it's probably going to take several hours. Your dad told you that when they were kids, their chickens were very confused during the eclipses, and they rounded up their chicks to go back, and they started running back. Huh. Yeah, maybe something about the natural occurrences like the eclipse and hurricanes and tornadoes and things like that affect animals and the chickens and the dog, but things that are unnatural, like a train derailment, it's been the same weather here in Niagara Falls too. The unnatural things like the train derailment maybe they don't understand primitively what to do with that. So they just ignore it, maybe. I'm really surprised we didn't get any kind of like alert through the phones, the emergency alert system, but I guess we're not in the evacuation zone. So I get people in the evacuation zones, I guess, got some sort of alert, but we're in the shelter in place zone. I don't know. So recording myself doing the puzzle. It would be a series. It would have to be a series, or it would have to be something that would take me months and months to compile all the video, which I probably do not have room on my phone for that, to gather and do like a time lapse video of me putting together the crochet puzzle. Isn't that funny? Okay. I don't know. We'll see. I always have big ideas and then don't have enough time to execute the ideas as quickly, efficiently, and promptly as I would like. So I have to prioritize. I do wish that I could spend full time crocheting and making that my living again, but it's just not possible. The industry has changed so much over the years, and it's just not booming the way it had been from like 2003 to 2015 or so. So we'll see. But still, I do, it is what it is. I'm going to do it regardless. You had a tropical summer that your magnolia is trying to bloom again. Interesting. I love the magnolia. Gorgeous. it has been very hot and dry here, and so I'm really grateful for some rain. The grass was getting downright crunchy and stiff and not pleasant to walk on. Um, so I'm sure and the rivers are way down. So, you know, we live right next to the Ohio River, and we live right at the Whitewater River. Um, and the Great Miami River all come together here in this area. And when we go over the bridges, you can just see how low the rivers are. Um, and flooding happens, of course, too, but you can see how low the rivers are right now. That, the banks, you can just see the water level is low. And there's ground showing. So there's like islands in the rivers now where the water is so low down that it exposes the ground underneath. So hopefully with all this rain yesterday that the rivers will get filled in again. So gotta keep it moving. Gotta keep the rivers moving. There's a canoe business, a canoe rental, like recreational canoe rental business down the street from us. Um, Also, probably in the evacuation zone. But they have probably had a terrible time because the rivers have been so low that I don't think you can canoe through them right now. So, I don't know if their business was closed anyway because the river was so low. Although canoers often will just like navigate around those low spots, or if there's a few low spots, you can just walk your canoe over them until the next part. Your front yard was quite marshy this year. Wow, interesting. For the first time in 45 years. Interesting. Very tropical. Ours is very, very dry. So I was teasing Tom the other day when we were on our way to church from the parking lot. There's this little stretch of grass that we walk through to get to the walkway to the church. And I said, pick up your feet because dragging them might set the grass on fire. Um, and I, of course, was just teasing, but like the grass is so dry right now that you have to be careful. So, what else is going on? The weather's always something. Tom had a great time hiking last week. He was in Montana. He's home now. So they went hiking. They did not see any bear. They saw elk, and apparently elk make a lot of funny noises. I did not know that. I've never been to Montana. I don't think I've ever seen an elk in person other than the zoo. So I've never seen one in the wild. So he's back from Montana. Patrick is doing well with work and school. So he's in his senior year of college. So crazy. So his industry, he's in business analytics and he wants to be an actuary. So he's looking, apparently they start looking for jobs now for like full-time work after graduation. So I wish that, Mara's field had a similar kind of mechanism for finding work after school, but he's going to some sort of career fair this weekend, or not this weekend, tonight and tomorrow and Friday. So hopefully he will get some good leads on some permanent full-time positions after graduation in May. Um, so apparently that for that field they can like make offers and sign contracts and secure a job like months in advance, which is wild. Um, so hopefully he gets the kind of leads and offers that he is looking for over the next couple of months. so that he can feel secure with his future as soon as graduation comes the first week of May. He's a really bright kid, and he has gotten so much more confident in speaking to people through college that um, he's going to do great. So I'm really excited for him, and as long as the opportunities are there in terms of the economy at large, yeah, he should do fine. So keep my fingers crossed for him. But the crochet industry certainly has suffered. So I don't think people are making as much money with crochet as we used to. Um, I think Crochet Magazine has folded now, right? Didn't it get absorbed into Crochet World, and it's gone now? And of course, um, Crochet Today magazine is gone. I don't know if there's still some UK magazines out there. There's there's been a couple I think UK crochet magazines where the covers were like questionable. I think career planning has been a very neglected aspect of college education for a long time. Well, I can see that. I can see that. With Patrick is at the University of Cincinnati, and they, I think, were the ones who founded the concept of co-op. And so they're very proud of the co-op program. And so Patrick has had temporary jobs in his field since freshman year. So like he's got great networking, and that'll be well, but he also chose a major that gives him a lot of opportunity. So Indiana University, where Mara went, I'm sure they also have internships and stuff, but with her physical needs, she was unable to do work on top of school. It just was too much. And language study is super intense. Like those classes meet every day. So where Patrick's classes are like Tuesday, Thursday, or they're Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like they don't meet every day. All of Mara's language classes met every day. So it made it really difficult to like work on top of going to school. So, and I don't think that there's as many internship and co-op opportunities for her degree. And so you're like, well, then choose a different degree. But then that is such a hard balance too. It's like, how do you give up what you're talented at and what you're interested in as gifts? In my opinion, gifts from God. Your talents and your interests are gifts from God and the Holy Spirit. So like, how do you not pursue your gifts from God just because you want to, but you got to make money to pay the bills. So it's a hard thing. And I kind of feel that way about me, that I went into counseling, and I went in, my degree is in counseling, psychotherapy, and my talent is crochet, and neither one of them like make enough to really sustain. I mean, I guess my counseling degree I could live off of in an extremely modest way if I had to. Um, but I wouldn't have a house probably, or I wouldn't have such a nice house. Um, so how do you not pursue your talents and interests? They are gifts, and instead choose degree programs that will pay you better, but then you're neglecting your talents and interests. So I don't know. I don't know the answer. Your niece had an internship, especially in grad school, that led to a full-time job after graduation. Right. Right. So, Mara would like to go to grad school, but I don't know that it would be financially worth it. Um, I went to grad school, and I still, probably have a very average salary for a person working in the United States. So, and Patrick is not planning to go to grad school unless he can't get a job in his field. So, the starting salaries as an actuary make more than what I make now. So, theoretically, this time next year after Patrick graduates, he could be making more than me with a master's degree and years of experience, which, yay for him. I'm thrilled about that. It's just hard because, I feel like other professions also deserve that kind of money when you contribute to society, like our police officers and our nurses and our teachers. Like, these are all like professional hard jobs that deserve a salary that you know you can live on. um so we shall see. We shall see what happens. Okay, I guess I probably need to wrap up here soon. But probably the people who are tuning in who are like, oh, she said a few minutes before 10, are probably just now coming on. So, surprise. In the day of stenographers, you hated learning and studying, but it was a talent and I was great at it. I bet. Yeah, I hope it paid your bills too. But do they still do that? I think they still have, well, at least court reporting they have. They still have court reporters. Did someone say the market for selling crochet has diminished? Mostly you've donated projects. Yes, it appears, in my opinion, that the market for selling crochet has diminished. Um, and it was always a really tough thing because even when I was the editor of Crochet Magazine, there would be people who were like, we need more plus size, we need more plus size. And I totally agree. However, then when it came time to do the plus size projects, they take more yarn, which takes longer to make. You're out of state dealing with your parents' house after your mom passed, so it's nice to sit and knit with you all. Oh, that's so nice, Marie. Thank you. So it uses more yarn. So then the yarn companies have to donate more yarn to the designers to make the samples for the magazine, which costs them more money, which is fine. And I think for most part, they're willing to do that. But it was extremely difficult to find plus size models to model in the magazine. Just the pool of models available was just small. It was a small pool of available models where in upper middle Indiana, where we were for the magazine, and then we could get some models out of some of the bigger cities, but then you got to bring them in, which is expensive. Certainly there are plenty of plus size people on the staff. You made great money, more than a clerk typing. Couldn't do it now with the arthritis. I don't think there are any shorthand secretaries anymore. I remember my mom doing shorthand and seeing her notebooks with her squiggles. So yeah, but I'm glad that worked for you during that time. It's interesting that careers come and go, and sometimes they disappear, and sometimes new careers, certainly with AI, new careers are coming through. So anyway, people would ask for plus size designs, but then it was hard to get plus size models. Also, the turnaround, yeah, the turnaround for like people would submit their design ideas for the magazine, and I would go through and choose the ones and notify them and say, hey, you've got 4 weeks to make this. You still do plus size clothing design, plus size wedding dresses. The pool for those models are small because of the best Yeah, yeah. So absolutely. And the other part of that is when you only have a turnaround of 4 weeks time, the designer has to fully make the garment in a certain amount of time, size it, write it, test it, swatch it, all of that in a short amount of time. They want to do to get the biggest bang for their buck, the most money per hour. They need to do this as fast as possible so they can get on to the next project. And it is cheaper for them to make a smaller item, physically smaller item, because it's less stitching, and they can get it done faster than getting done a larger project. So, and the cost per hour, or the, reimbursement per hour of work, is different. So if I had a designer who was making, a 3X sweater, and a designer who was making an extra small sweater, the designer would much rather make the extra small sweater because they could make it faster. And if they could get paid the same amount of money because it's a garment, then, they get paid more per hour making a smaller item than a larger item. And is the budget there to give them more money because it's going to take more time? The budget was always really tight, and I had to like balance the money a lot, with how much everybody got paid within the magazine, because the budget is what the budget is. So as much as I would love to have paid everybody top dollar for everything, I only had so much money that I had to separate among the article writers, and then all of the 26, 27, 28 items that would be included. And that's often why I would design myself and put it in the magazine, because it was free, because I wasn't paying myself. So that's two or three, that's a couple of designs in the magazine that I didn't have to pay for. So I could use that money to pay the designers, the other designers. All right, I have to go, but I hope you enjoyed this 67-minute live stream. I hope you have a relaxing and valuable use of your day. I will be here a few minutes before 9 tomorrow. That is the plan. And it will not be a 67-minute live stream. So if you just now are getting on, tuning in, and you're like, I missed it. You can watch the replay of the live stream all morning long. And oh, that's good. I loved this visit too. So thank you, everyone. Go back and watch the unboxing of the Halloween Crochet Society box that came out this morning if you didn't see it. Play this live stream video if you're bored and lonely, and comment below on all the things that we talked about, and join in the conversation through the comments. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, and find out why I'm happy today. There's a reason perhaps to watch. Take care. Bye.